the college football video game might not be happening, and here's why. We've all been waiting for the college football video game to return to our screens, to be able to return to our systems for a long time now, since NCAA 14 was the last version of that game. And we finally got an announcement saying that EA Sports would bring it back in the summer of 2024. But now players are saying that they're going to boycott this game. And it's understandable, but very frustrating at the same time. And we're going to dive into what this kids should do versus what is very frustrating. When you look at EA Sports was going to give kids $500, and it was going to be $500 per player who would opt in. It sounded like the pool for the athletes was going to be $5 million. And that's for a lot of players. That's 133 teams and however many players that are going to opt into that. And now it sounds like they're not very happy with where that is going. So you look at the article for On3 put out, it was talking about the boycott, and this College Football Players Association essentially is what's leading the charge. And it was basically stating all current players should boycott this deal. It's an opt-in deal and they should not opt into it. It's just a ridiculously low amount of money. Now, for 99.9% of players, it's not going to matter. You're getting $500 to be in a video game. And most of them, it's just that video game or going to be when they're in college. So it sounds like they knew that it's going to be low, but now they're not happy with who's going to be in the video game and how much they're going to get from each being in that game. So it's frustrating because there's only so much money that EA Sports can give out. And in my opinion, I'm not buying a game because of one player. I don't buy the college football video game, and I want to say a lot of other people don't buy the college football video game because Caleb Williams is really good or because Drake May is. It's because so many of these other players are good, or you want to. Most people are trying to rebuild a 1 or 2 star team, a 1 or 2 star program. They're not in it because of one player. And now on the other side, I get it because if you're in a play in a game for a long time, because when you look at the ultimate team aspect of it, if that comes back, guys like Caleb Williams and Drake May will probably be in those games in the future. But it's not a big part of the game. I think when you ask a lot of people, what do they play the game for? Dynasty mode, online play, maybe Road to Glory. Honestly, you're not one player doesn't make up most of those. You're not playing the game. You're not, oh, I'm gonna make a dynasty with Caleb Williams and that's it. You're gonna play the game because of the game. And I think that when you're looking at how much money could they get, at some point the game's not going to be profitable and then it's not going to matter. Plus, for guys like Caleb Williams and Drake May, you can make way more money being in Madden. You can make way more money playing in the NFL, getting endorsements from playing in the NFL. This just feels like a really weird hill to die on for most of these players. Now, for some of them, where college is probably going to be where they peak, it's understandable, but at the same time, like they're not going to peak, and this is going to be the most money that they make. So it seems like getting more than $500 doesn't make sense to me. Like you're going to get more money trying to do other deals other than in a video game. Plus, you get to play yourself. I think the thing you get to play yourself in the video game. So I think that should be a plot positive. If you're going to look at what you get in addition to the money, you don't have a ton of people that get to see themselves in a video game. You don't get a ton of players that you get their name in a game that millions and millions of people play. And it's probably going to be one of the most popular video game releases. So I get why they would want more money, but in the end, it's just this isn't the road to go down to me. This isn't the hill to die on. This isn't where you're going to try to rack up. And what's the most that Drake May and Caleb Williams can get? The article also referenced that they're comparing it to numbers from Madden. More people play Madden than play NCAA. That's a terrible comparison. Now, yes, they said that some guys are getting thousands upon thousands of dollars to be in Madden. It's not going to be the same with college football. College football doesn't draw the same crowd that the NFL does. And so what's a number that's worth it? So for guys like Drake May and Caleb Williams, you're really going to set out a video game because they give you $500 versus what are they going to ask for? 1,000, 2,000? You're not making $10,000 to be in this video game. You're just not. So it's frustrating that we're getting a game now that players are being told to boycott over $500, and I don't know. I do support the players and what they're going to do. I really like NIL. I think that it's great for college football. I think it's great for the players, but it feels like there are other things that you could make more noise on. You could make a bigger stink. And yes, I understand EA Sports is going to make a lot of money off of this, but you also have to understand that in order for the game to work, in order for to give fans what they want, you're not going to be able to give a ton of money to these players. And this just feels like a minor thing to get that upset about and to really focus on and to boycott a video game. I don't know. I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say. I'm obviously not a super big fan of boycotting this just because the $500 is not enough. And it feels like whatever amount they get, if they do boycott and then EA Sports gives them more, is still going to be lower than what they really want. They're not going to get a ton of money more. So I'm curious to hear you guys think. Do you agree with the players boycotting? Do you disagree with it? Let me know in the comments, obviously, and we can talk about it. I just really want the game back. I really I hope that all the players are in it. I hope that they want to be in it. I hope that they're okay with what they're going to get because it's logistically not easy to do. And if you're going to get upset over $500, then that's your choice. But as someone who really loves the college football video game, as someone who really loves playing with many more players than just one or two, this is ridiculous to me. And I hope that things get sorted out quicker than we expect.